coming over to Jaswanth Dadi ji, who's the Organizing Secretary, Barefoot College. Sir, we would like to know from you कि grassroots level पे जो STI intervention होता है, उसमें क्या-क्या bottlenecks हैं सर, उसमें क्या-क्या difficulties हैं जो as a scientist एक scientist भी face करता है और लोग face करते हैं at the grassroots level.
Yeah,
और
I'd like to. Yeah.
जी सर, और इन्हें कैसे ओवरकम किया जा सकता है? What can be done to overcome these bottlenecks?
I think Swati ji had given like a brilliant answer.
Yes.
What is your question? I would just like to add on one thing that so that's where civil society organizations would come into the picture. I would say when we talk about local innovation, facilitating the rural communities to engage better, integrating science and technology to solve local issues is a little difficult when we take it at an individual level. So where civil society organizations like Barefoot College, and there are like very many institutes across India, even in partnership with ISTI come into the picture is over there, where we try to engage with the communities. We try to listen to what they have to say, take them into confidence, get them into decision making, and with the technical expertise that we have. And Barefoot College as an institution has always believed in the concept of demystifying technology, demystifying innovation. And the best part over here is technology and innovation could be anything. It's so abstract that you define what technology and innovation is. Loopholes is one thing where based on our experience we face is again like Swati ji mentioned, it's the gap in finance. Where if we try to push a public-private model, that's how a non-profit usually runs, where we try to engage, we try to create models for the community to take up. And then through the DST program, we've been able to identify 7 such technologies, grassroots technologies, which should solve local issues that way, where we engage with them. We did a need assessment. We understood what their problems are. We even just like how there were people from the nearby villages in the session, in the second in the first community session. So when we take them on board, I think that would actually bridge a lot of gap between scientists as well as what the grassroots problems exactly are. And when we engage with the technical team who are experts, who could be scientists, who could be experts in science, who could be experts in other technical aspects, that's when a solution could be sustainable on a longer run. And unfortunately, that's something which doesn't happen often, where we either get a lot of data from the scientists, from the top, which is a top-bottom, top-down approach, or we have like, so much of issues that we listen from the, other side. So the middle ground is something, which is missing, which is where, I think, and I believe that the civil society organizations could bridge the gap, and through the program, that's something we would want to also request the government to, take it forward. And I think, DSA, the C division has been like, has pioneered that initiative. And when we go forward, when we are trying to implement the projects at the grassroots, whatever came out of the result of our partnership for the past few years, there's been a great response from the community. There's a great response from them to uptake it, maintain it, repair it, because when we try to create decentralized solutions where we train them, then we share the knowledge, is something when they can be self-reliant, when they can be independent. So those are the 2 aspects which we see often wouldn't be working in other areas where if it's a government directly dealing with the people, is something that would miss. But through our experience, we felt that that was one of the loopholes which existed in the rural communities for a long time, and which is what we've been trying to bridge.
Okay, sir, you must have worked with several communities, and you must share your experiences regarding marketing linkages, sir. There are lack of marketing linkages. We feel that the locals, which products that are produced at the local level, should get a market, should access to the market, which is not present there. So what can be done to bridge this gap
Yeah,
in
like
marketing?
yes. I would like to reiterate on a few points that I mentioned earlier. Is where when we try to understand the need, I think that would also involve the market research, because let's say we are living in Rajasthan, and if we start growing rice where people don't even eat rice, so that's where you're trying to create a gap where you are when a person is not understanding what the market's need is, but then trying to create some solution which the market doesn't need. So here what we believe is, what we understand is the need of the community, and the technologies that we've tried to develop within the seed division DST program is the products that could be marketable, because that had like a good 6 to 1 year time, 6 months to 1 year timeline, where we understood what the problem is, what we can address, and what what can the communities benefit from, whatever solutions, local solutions that we could develop, and then the communities could take this forward. uh, and so I feel that a little bit more research to what the community needs are, and that's where the funding also should be concentrated. And because without understanding the need in the local areas, or in the region where we are trying to intervene through an innovation, if something is suggested or proposed, that may work for like a very short period of time, which is like pure misuse of resources in terms of time, and as well as finance.
Sir, it would be great if you share few of your or some or one of your experience in which local products have been made scalable to the level that it is marketable by the interference of the midsection um, organizations.
Yeah. So one such, I think what would be more relatable is the partnership with the DST program itself. So solar projector that we developed through the seed division's DST support is like it was developed for rural areas, to places where there's electricity has not reached yet, or there's like intermittent electricity where it goes off for like 10 or 12 hours a day. And what came with the COVID pandemic is schools were shut. So these were piloted in a program of Barefoot College itself, which is Solar Digital Night School. So just like I'll take 1 minute for this. Night school is a place where children are enrolled in government schools, but then still are unable to attend it because they have to take care of daily chores. So what we do is instead we try to run schools for them at their own convenience, which is usually in the evenings. So that there would be a bridge education for them. Uh, so solar projector, in order to make sure that we introduce digital education in the rural areas, when we thought that there was a need, but why we understood from the community, is when we designed it, and when we, with the support of DST, we were able to, fabricate a product. So when we tried working out, it had like a great response, not just in the community, but also from the other, because of word of mouth, it obviously spreads to other areas. So and that's when we even try to involve that into the Solar Mamas program. Like, so why was there a success in the Solar Mamas program, and why did it scale to 96 countries? Is because we are giving the knowledge to people where they come from. We are not empowering companies, we are not empowering private players, but rather rural women, who could go back to their communities and take care, so that they don't have to rely whenever there's any emergency. They don't have to call up someone who can wait for days for them to come back and repair it. So after such analysis and need based assessments, when we develop such a product, it scaled up really well. Now it's being utilized in like 8 states in India, where we have like with various ground partners. So that way we were able to achieve what we not even thought of. We thought of actually only using the funding to probably establish there, but then people like it turned out really well because it was addressing some community needs through innovation.
Okay, okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.